Hey beautiful ladies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamila Daura. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi. So a continuation on our Ramadan prep series. Today's video is going to be all appetizers or starters ideal for Ramadan, inshallah. So I'm starting out with this beef filling for an open face party that I'm making. Oh my god, yeah, I had a turmeric accident there. I laughed at myself so hard. So but yeah, to get started, this is my minced beef. I got this from the halal store. When you buy your minced beef from halal store, it's really very lean. So but here I'm flavoring it. You can always flavor your proteins, according to your profile, your taste profile. So subscribe to this channel and let's get into the video proper. So let's get started, or rather let's continue. In this scene I'm trying to strain my herbs. This is my parsley and basil garlic herb that I made the other day. If you remember, if you've watched the video, if you've not, you can go back to watch it. I have a reels for this, or shorts for this. I just haven't edited it. It's been crazy over here. That is why it's taking so long for this video to come out. Everybody was sick in my household. When I mean everybody, from the oldest to the youngest, or youngest to the oldest. But alhamdulillah, we are getting better. It's still a long journey there, but we are much better than we've been doing in the last couple of weeks. It started with the mister for 2 days. He got better, then Kyria picked up from where he stopped, then it just got worse, and for each and every one of us, the mister got reinfected again with the same virus. And I was the last man standing at some point till I couldn't stand no more. So that is why I haven't been up on anything on my YouTube channel. I've just been very ill. If you can tell from my voice, there's still the residual aftermath of when you get a flu or cough and all that. So my minced meat beef was ready. It didn't take time, so I pop it in the fridge just to cool it down. And these are my mini patties that I got, or tray that I got from Amazon. It's a dozen. It's a tart pan, actually, a tart pan. This is 3.5 inches. Well, it was advertised as 4 inches. That was why I got it. But when it got here, when it got delivered to me, I saw that it was 3.5. But I'm not mad. It's the perfect size. And the reason why, okay, I'm going to talk about the reason why I'm making an open face patty. But I washed it and I'm drying it. Air drying is food handling standard for your utensils. Hot water air drying as opposed to using napkin. So I'm also going to be making kofta for Ramadan. Last year I made chicken, and it was a hit. The kids loved it, and I decided to make beef one this time around. I'm using the same ground beef from the previous scene, feeling that you ladies saw me doing. So here I'm adding, again, you can always tailor this recipe to your own flavor profile. However, when it comes to kofta, you have to stick to the Arabian flavor profile. So here is my garlic, salt, and adding the 7 spice that is the main spice that I'm adding. I also added a little bit of thyme. The white stuff that you saw going was golden morn. This is just to add a little bit of body to the beef, because it is really thin. When you buy your beef, okay, and onion powder as well, when you buy your beef from Arabian stores, it's going to be very lean, because they specifically make theirs for their samosa filling, and yeah, kofta as well. But kofta, I feel like kofta tastes better with lamb meat as opposed to beef, cow meat, so I added my parsley, I added my chili and vegetables. I wish I added more, but I didn't want it to be too spicy because of the kids. Like I said, they really loved it. And I'm here mixing it. You have to mix it thoroughly. Again, another tip, because you don't want your meat to be at room temperature, most especially if you're not going to be eating it immediately, right? So it's easier to work with if your meat is like cold. And I added 1 egg. This is optional for me. Sincerely, I don't like adding egg to my things. I just don't like the sight of eggs, except when it's boiled. And if I'm frying it, yeah, I can stand it. But yeah, anyway, so this is what I get to mix it with my hands, and this was the best. No, sorry, best. No, this was like the worst decision. I don't know what I was feeling like, Sha, but I tried to use my hands to mix it, and it was cold. It was extremely cold, and I'm here trying to warm up my hand because I almost lost feeling at some point, but I decided to ditch my hand again because and I went in with the spoon. I'm just trying to like break the frozen one, so that it can get all the flavor can combine properly. So like I said again, for the opt-in time, the meat is lean. I'm here putting ram fat. This is from Eid last year, Eid al-Kabir that we did in Daura. And yeah, I melted some fat and brought back with me, not for me, for the mister. He loves it. I don't know why. I don't do manshanu. I don't do this, but he wanted it and we brought it. So it came in handy. It kind of gave this a little bit of fat because, as you can see, the meat is lean. Anyway, so I mixed it, broke it into chunks, that's the fat, right? Made it like chunks, in it, so that at least each mold can have 1 or 2 pieces of fat that can add this. And so I'm adding lemon oil, and that is lemon olive oil there. So I'm going to be storing this in Ziploc bags because it's just easier that way. So I'm coating all of my bags in flour, and I am going to be storing it in part. I think I did pack of 6 because yeah, the household is a household of meat eaters, Khairiya and Sar, their dad. So you're going to mold it and flatten it a little bit. You can use skewers to put marks. You can also mold it in a skewer, but since this is already holding up pretty good, because of the temperature, I felt there was no need to do it in a skewer. Even last year I didn't do it in a skewer and it still came out really, really good. But again, you can use toothpick to create those fake lines if you don't have grill mark. Yeah, if you don't have grills to give it grill marks like kebabs or koftas are known for. So you roll it, don't make it too thick because again, it doesn't take a long time to cook. Like when I mean 2 minutes on each side for this side, that will be doing it too much. But yeah, I'm arranging them into my bag. Yeah, the line I was talking to you ladies about, that I tried it with one, but it was stressful. I'm trying to work smart, and I do have a grill this thing. The reason why I did that was just to show you, but I guess I removed the clip. So this is what it looks like. Popped it in the freezer, went on with the other one. On the day I did this, it was a Monday, and we were all fasting, or the mister and I were fasting, so it was also time for iftar. So I started to make iftar, and I decided for us to have this. At this point, Khairia was already sick. Was she? Yeah, she was already sick and starting to get better. We had gone to the hospital twice. No, we had gone to the hospital once on the weekend, the Saturday before, and this was like the Monday. So I wanted her to go to school. She went to school, but she came back even sicker. So this is our feeling for our open face party, and I have my 5 Italian cheese puff pastry that I also got from the halal store. I feel like Arabs have very quality produce or whatever it is that you're looking for. They have this standard and that I trust, and they have pies, all this stuff, they taste like home, not like what they sell in maybe Walmart and all that. So puff pastry is soft on its own because it has lots of butter in it. So I just sprayed it and placed it into my pan. That is the part where I have the oil is the one that goes down into the pan so that you can pop it. Even though it says it's non-stick, I don't trust it. So you just fill it. I filled it in generously because this is not how it's going to be eaten when it's ready. You're just going to put this in the oven to bake when you're ready to cook it. And I'm going to make balsamic vegetables, chopped vegetable in balsamic, and put it on top just to give it some fresh flavor once I bake it and I'm ready to serve. I had extras and I had extra left, so I poured the cheese and made some pockets, beef pockets. I decided to take the vegetables out of it because I want something fresh when it's time to eat, and also for the sake of the kids, they don't eat raw tomatoes or vegetables like that. Karia just started eating that, and Sarah is still not, but he likes his beef, and he likes his bread, and he's going to like this. So I just made some mini pockets, and these are all the pockets, and this is also going to be baked, not deep fried. And I'm just individually wrapping it and putting it in the freezer because I was already very tired. I pushed myself on this day, even though I was fasting. I pushed myself on this day just to get this out of the way because alhamdulillah I was able to do it, because little did I know that the whole of my family is going to be sick, like we are all going to be falling ill at the same time. So this is days after. At this point I think it was Ansar that was sick. Khairiyah was beginning to get better. I was already showing symptoms, and my joints were already telling me that this girl, you're not well. But my mother-in-law was already around as well. So I decided to do this because this is like Thursday. This is Thursday. Yeah, a day after my mother-in-law came, and I decided to push myself to do this because by the next day, oh my goodness, I that was the day I couldn't do simple. Back to the video. This is spring roll wraps, again from the Arab store. This is the best spring roll wrap you ever get from a store in this country. Well made. This has been sitting in my freezer for days, for more than a week in short. By the time I brought it out from the fridge to wrap it, and it was not soggy, it was holding up real fine, so I had to pull it apart. I'll be making this is like a remake of a chicken spring roll that I love in Nigeria. It's in the place is in Wuse too. If you know Onita Rabiu's store in Wuse too, the complex where her store is, that is where I get the best spring roll in Nigeria, in Abuja. There's another Chopsticks is another place in Maitama as well where they have the best spring roll. So they use their beef is raw, so they don't mince the beef. Their chicken before they put it in raw, so it gives you the form of sausage roll, but it is spring roll and it is very yummy. The filling for the chicken is simple filling, seasoning cubes, salt, the leftover from the parsley, basil, and chili or habanero mix that I made the other day. So yeah, I just rolled it up. I did different styles of these just to show you again how you can achieve it. The diagonal style, which was the first one, or the flat square style, and I think I prefer the diagonal style. Let me know, which do you prefer? I'm not a pastry person. I know how to make pastries because my mom once had a restaurant, but my interest in cooking is just basically hearty meals, traditional meals. I'm not a fan of making pastries, even though I do know how to make them. And anytime I have to make pastries, it's just going to be based on request. So yeah, this is the second way you can roll your spring roll, but I prefer the first one because it's a lot easier, sincerely. So I rolled up all of my spring rolls, and Khairia was feeling a lot better, like I said, and she decided to help, which kind of even made my work a lot easier and faster because she was helping me put the wraps apart. And once I was done, I decided to I had leftover of the wraps. I decided to also double some of the wraps. I think I'm going to show you, ladies. But yeah, as Ramadan is coming, make sure you make use of the extra hands that you have. The reason why I included this clip was, at this point I was feeling very weak. I was so weak. That first in earlier clip of this clip was showing me trying to catch my breath, and I was like, oh, let me show you, ladies. But this was the last wrap of spring roll, and like I said, I had extra wraps left, so I decided to wrap it in. So you can also layer your double your wraps. The most important thing is to not leave too much air in your wraps so that you don't have too much oil. And I fried this once we were done. Honestly, it tasted, no, not it, I think after I got better sometime this week, as at when I was doing this audio, and you ladies are going to get this video the same day I put the voiceover. So today, so earlier this week, I did taste it, and it was really nice. I had over 40 pieces of spring rolls there. So back to our open face pastry, yeah, patties rather. This is what it looks like a week or so after making it. I'm popping it out of the pans and trying to arrange it inside a ziploc for proper storage because it was taking a lot of space in the freezer. So once I was done with that, I also went ahead to pack the pockets as well. You're going to see all of that, but this is where the video comes to an end. How are you all preparing for Ramadan? May Allah spare our lives to see it. And yeah, just, I don't know what to say. Just subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to bring another video, inshallah, on my self-care plans for Ramadan, already filmed. And once I upload these today, I'm going to go on to start editing that. So stay tuned. I hope preparations are coming along fine. Do give this video a thumbs up. See you in my next video. Bye and stay blessed.